What's up, guys? We are going through the deadlift, all right? And it's gonna be juicy. Let's go, baby! Let's talk about the deadlift. To do the deadlift, you really just need to pick up some fucking shit from the ground and lift it. The sumo, you got the trap bar, you got stiff-legged, you got Romanian, you got the classic deadlifts. This is just a couple of them, and there's so many out there, different versions of the deadlift. You know, Google that shit. The rules: keep your back intact. Pick up the fucking thing from the floor and just stand up erect. Don't fucking look up. When you're doing the deadlift and your back is like this, right? It's straight. You know what I mean? It's straight. Look at my neck. It just follows my back. What happens if I do like that? Do you think that I put myself in a position where I increase my strength? One thing that I really like about the deadlift is that it separates itself from pretty much every other hard to do exercise. The deadlift is the king of exercises. Why? Well, because it's the only exercise that you cannot cheat yourself. When you're doing the pull-up, you can kind of fuck around with bouncing up and down or using something, or you shorten the range of motion in holding with a super wide grip and just moving. And the bench press, you can do the same thing. You can bounce off the chest in the bench. And if you're doing the squat, you can bounce back up. But when you're doing the deadlift, the weight is exactly what it sounds like. It's just laying on the ground, dead. There's nothing that's going to help you other than lunar gravity to help you get this fucking thing off the ground. You have to stand up fully erect. How are you going to cheat yourself in that position? It's impossible. What I like about the deadlift is the fact that if I see someone lift it, even if they have a technique that makes me want to cry, they still fucking lift that weight off the ground and they stood fully erect. And another rule is that kind of every muscle in your body needs to be as strong as it can be to help you increase your deadlift. That means that if you have a weakness, you need to work on that weakness. In both the squat and the deadlift requires your general fitness level to be pretty high, but I think the deadlift is probably the most important exercise or compound movement that you need to have a pretty high general fitness level. So work on your cardio, those things, because, and also like when you're doing the bench press and you're doing the squat, you can be pretty fat, and that'll help you, right? Because if you're doing the squat and you're really fat or really big, then it will act as a belt, you know. You don't have to balance the weight as much. You're pretty much doing a leg press. You're just pushing yourself up because your body is so wide that it's actually maintaining balance of the whole barbell. And the bench press, it's kind of the same thing. If you're really big, you lay super comfortable on the bench, you have great stability. When you have super big arms and shoulders and you have a really wide back, that helps you a ton. Supporting when you're just pressing that barbell up, that's huge. But in the deadlift, you don't have that, right? If you're too big, your belly will be in the way of your legs, especially if you're doing the classic deadlift, the traditional style. Then your thighs and knees will, you know, collide with your belly because it's just in the way. And that's why we see some people that's really big, when they're still doing the traditional style, the classic deadlift, they actually widen their stance in a degree that their arms are not just following their shoulders, right? So you want to hold your arms just straight down, because then gravity is helping you. But if you have to hold a wider grip, then suddenly your grip strength needs to be higher because it's harder for you to hold on to the bar. But it can sometimes be a better technique for people. You kind of just have to feel your way, because it all has to do with power generation. So how much power can you generate if you're standing with a a narrow stance compared to a little bit wider stance? Some people feel more comfortable when they're having a stance that's kind of equal to if they're jumping, you know. So just try to jump onto a box or whatever, jump in general, and look at your feet. How wide are they? Try to do a deadlift with the same equal width on your feet, and just experiment. Recap. To do the deadlift is really easy. Just find something and try to pick it up. The rules. I know that it feels weird, but do not look up. It will break your posture and it will actually decrease the strength in your total performance. Make sure that your neck is parallel with the upper part of your back. It should be a perfect highway, and just make sure that you're riding that Ferrari into the heaven of deadlifts. Don't overthink it. Pick up that fucking shit and stand fully erected. Increase in strength in the deadlift. Work on your entire body. Every muscle recruited is another step towards that crazy 300 kilo deadlift. I want to thank you for watching today. It was really fun to do this video. It took a lot of time, and I'm trying to get the hang of filming and just making videos. It's really fun. But if you have any tips on how to improve, just let me know. So thank you for watching and enjoy this nice sunset. See ya.